Hey guys, Mike's Gettin Greasy Garage. Yep, working on the 302Z. It's a Datsun 260Z that'll end up with a 302 Ford small block and a 5-speed T5 transmission. In the past videos, you saw I cut up another 260 that had a V8 swapped into it, and all of those goodies are going to go into this body. So I've already went ahead and got started cleaning up all the unnecessary brackets and tabs in the engine compartment. So as you can see, there's some rust over there, and in doing that I cut out the battery tray because we're not going to mount the battery in the factory location on this, and we can actually use this good stock battery tray out of this in another car. So a little sheet metal fab there, a little bit to do on the firewall, no big deal. This car has its fair share of rust. There's a lot of holes here in the firewall that'll get welded closed, so we'll be doing some videos on that. All the front frame structure and all that's pretty rust free in this. However, the floor pans, as you can see, they're pretty crunchy, and that's okay. These frame rails, which run from up here in a torque, kind of a torque box type deal, from the torque boxes forward, there's no rust, but these frame rails back in here are pretty crunchy along with the floor pans. So I'm going to get all this cut out. Kind of already started doing it on this side, just mainly this side was worse, so I cut out the stuff that would be in the way for vacuuming everything and cleaning everything out. As you can see, it's pretty bad over here. So with the seats that we have, I have to cut out these seat rails, so they'll be gone. At some point, this car is going to get basically a roll bar hoop, at least one, if not like a 4-point. So what I'm going to end up using, if I can find it here, we'll go to the metal. Oh, this is 18 gauge, 2 foot wide by 4 foot long. Those are our new floor pans. But what we have here, here's the piece I was looking for. Well, before I go to that, so I have 2 4-foot sticks of 1/8 inch wall, 1 inch by 3 inch rectangular tubing. I have a piece of 1/8 inch, 1 inch wide by 4 foot long flat bar, and some 1/8 inch, 4 inch wide. Where's that 3 inch? No, that's 4 inch wide flat stock, another 4-foot piece. I'll use this and the 1 inch to make little gussets. So, show you guys here. So, as you can see, that's what I'll use for new frame rails. And I'll gusset it all into the torque box and everything. They're going to run all the way back. I'm going to put a crossbar here to tie this into. And then at the front, up here, I'll put another crossbar in, notched into the torque box, all welded together. I'll tie it into the transmission tunnel, because that, as a structure in this car, there's a lot of strength there. And I'll also tie it into the rockers, where the other amount of strength is in this car. The other thing, once this is in here, right about here, running up, is a structure that goes all the way up and over. It's the transmission horseshoe. I'll tie that into this frame rail as well. And then, like I say, that frame rail run back, there will be a crossbar here, tied into the rocker, tied into the transmission tunnel, and then I'm going to put another 1x3 piece here because roll bar mounts here. This also ties into where the rear subframe bolts into, and then I'll add a couple of bars here to tie it all together. So it really should stiffen this car up considerably, and in doing so it will raise the floor pan up, oh, probably 2 inches. The floor pans in these cars sit really low, and we want this car to sit real low overall, so I'll adjust the floor pans up a little bit. It'll make everything stronger, so on and so forth. It'll all make sense. Now I know that Datsun purists are going to freak out that yes, I'm cutting up a beloved Datsun, but if it wasn't for this project, this car would have probably gone to scrap. So in a way, it's being saved. If anybody out there is looking for 260Z parts, this car, I totally gutted it. I have a complete factory wiring harness. It's in nice shape. All the dashboard and pieces and boxes and everything a factory 260Z would have. So if you're looking for any parts or pieces, you can either email me or leave a comment, and we'll see what we can work out. The body in this car, like I've said before, is pretty solid. The dog leg on that side, which this is the dog leg, is a little crispy. But I have one out of the wrecked car I cut up, so we'll get to that eventually. But for now, it's floor pans. I did strip off all of the tar mat, the sound deadener, all the way up and over. That's what the black specks are. That stuff's not that bad. I didn't use the dry ice method. I used a Harbor Freight air-powered scraper. And it looks kind of like a gasket scraper on an air chisel kind of thing. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get set up here. I'm going to go ahead and cut out everything I don't need. You've seen metal being cut out before. I'm not going to bother videoing it. All I'm going to do is cut these out, cut the floor out back to this edge, and then clean everything up to the flat of the rocker. I'm glad that they dimple dyed these, so it gives it some strength. So anyway, I'll get this cut out, and the other side too, and bring you guys back. Alright guys, well, got everything cut out. I'll prep to weld, just ground the paint off. Up here it's all ready to go. Down here along the rockers, I will have to come back over this. I put some rust treatment along here, but I'll come back where I'm going to put my tack welds and clean the paint off. I didn't have any weld through primer for this, so I'm using what I got. But all in all, it's ready. I did off camera get all my pieces cut out, and even did a little dimple dye on that one. These cross braces are welded up and bent over. Front one down there. So all the pieces are cut out, welded up now. So I'll be moving on to that in the next video. It's a lot of work just getting this thing prepped to do this. It's not really stuff to video. Nobody wants to watch me cutting spot welds. This video is already a little longer than I like. But anyway, get this side prepped up too. I do have to finish cutting off that front chunk of frame right there. I'm shortening that up a little bit. Kind of hard to see. But anyway, in the next video I will get these cross members welded in. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Excuse me, thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for supporting the channel. It's really well appreciated. This thing's slowly growing, and you know, that's pretty special thing for just a guy in a shop somewhere in Washington doing what he loves to do. So anyway, there's a lot more to go on this car, so there'll be a lot more videos. I'm out of here for now. On to the next thing. So anyway, stay greasy, my friends.